Good evening, my name is Ben, and tonight I'll be presenting how to rotate your tires. Now, rotating your tires is a very simple and effective way to reduce tire wear and also to save you an expensive bill at the mechanics. It is a very simple procedure. You simply take the two sets of tires, either the front or the back, and interchange them with each other. And the way this works is that if your back tires, they're not taking all of the strain and forces from turning, so therefore they don't receive as much wear and tear. And because of that, your front tires, they're not as worn as your front tires are. And that's why we want to change them. We're going to put the rear tires where the front ones are to even out the wear and tear. And this is a very simple procedure. What you'll start with first is you get your car. And you'll find a nice suitable area. If it's hot outside, I would definitely recommend doing it in the shade to keep yourself cool, prevent heat stroke. Also have water nearby if you need it. And alternatively in winter, be nearby to an indoor facility if you need to go inside, get a hot cup of coffee and warm up in the winter. So once you've got your location where you're going to do it, you have your car. And what you'll start doing is you'll go around to each of the wheels on your car. You'll need a few things for this. The main thing you'll need is a jack and I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like a wrench that will go onto the lug nuts of your tire. So you'll get that, and the first thing you'll do, you'll go around to every tire on your vehicle and you'll loosen it a little bit. So you'll get the lug nut taker offer and you'll put it on the tire, and then it can be a bit stiff, so all you got to do is either pull up on it or maybe even step on it, and that'll allow you to what we call break the lug nut. But you're not actually breaking it, you're just taking off the seal so it's easier to move. Once you've gone around to all the tires and you have done that, you will decide which tire you're going to start with. The way I recommend it is you do one side and then the other. So you would take the driver's side, for example. You would do that side first, so the two tires there, and then after you're done on that side, you would move over to the other side. So the way you'll start is, you will choose whichever tire you want out of the front or the back, and you'll begin to jack up the car on that side. So if we wanted to start with the front, let's say, you jack up the front driver's side, we'll go with that. And you jack it up, and then once it's up in the air, since those lug nuts are already broken, technically, they'll be a lot easier to take off. So you can take the lug nuts off, and then you'll want to lift up on the tire when it's loose because it can be a bit floppy if you're not careful with the lug nuts off. And also it's worth noting to put your lug nuts in a safe place, somewhere nearby and somewhere where you won't lose them, because it would be a real big pain to lose those. So once you've done that to the front tire, let's say, you put that over to the side, then you do the exact same thing to the back tire. Take off the lug nuts, and of course you can't necessarily drop the front of the tire, like the front part of the car. You'd need to put just like a jack under there. So you take off the back tire, and then once that's off there, you take the front tire and you put it on the back axle. And you put it on there. A good way is to take your knee and to hold it. Once you've put the tire on there, you put your knee against it and make sure it's all level against the rotor. And then you slowly begin putting the lug nuts back on, and then make sure to tighten them. But not fully, just most of the way. You want to hand tighten them, and then you just want to tighten them with the thing. And then once you've done that, you can put that part of the car down the back, and then you can put the now front tire, which was the back tire, and put it on the front of the car. And repeat the process. Put the lug nuts on, and then once the car is on the ground, then you can fully tighten the lug nuts. Because it's hard to do that when the tires are just free flowing. They'll just keep going. So once the car's on the ground, you can do that. And you just rinse and repeat that process for the other side of the car, the passenger side. Take the front wheel off, take the back wheel off, put the back wheel on the front, the front wheel and the back. And afterwards, once you've tightened all your lug nuts, make sure that your lug nuts are tight, because this is not something that you can't just drive down the road with loose lug nuts. They won't do too well. But once you've done that, you should be good to go, and you'll last a few thousand miles extra on those front tires before you have to replace them, and on your back tires. It's a great way of preventing wear and tear, and it'll help keep you safer on the road overall. I want to thank you again for listening to my presentation, and y'all have a good evening. Thank you.